Welcome to Section 420, Talkin Yankees. So I want to do a little insert on the Matt Carpenter signing, kind of a move out of right field for the New York Yankees. Signed the veteran, former St. Louis Cardinal, to a major league contract and add him to the starting lineup right away as the Yankees open up in Tampa and take the first game 7-2. Another brilliant performance from Nestor Cortez. Not to get too much into the details of the game, but to give the Yankees 8 strong innings. They did bring him out to the ninth, but ended up giving him a single as they yanked him out and had Peralta clean the game up. Now, Tampa did, put across 2 cosmetic runs there in the bottom of the ninth, but again, the Yankees easily had the game in hand, and again, they win 7-2. And just another brilliant performance from Nestor Cortez as he just continues this fairy tale season. And who knows? Let's see. Maybe there's a Cy Young at the end of the road on this one. But the story is about Matt Carpenter, who the Yankees signed. Now this comes on the heels as Aaron Hicks, another name added to the growing injured reserve list, listed as a hamstring injury. But Hicks says, we don't know really what the situation is. I mean, he's been quite miserable for the past few weeks, especially at runners in scoring position. So maybe it was the hamstring. Maybe it's his surgically repaired wrist is balking on him a little bit. Could be that. So we don't know right now. So it's kind of interesting to sign Carpenter. Reason being because he can play multiple positions. So is this a situation where they feel they're going to be short in the outfield? Or is it a situation where they feel, hey, we're going to be a little short-handed in the infield? Because now you have DJ LeMahieu, not on the IL, but dealing with some left wrist soreness, as well as Donaldson's out a little bit just with the COVID protocol. So again, the Yankees a little short-handed, and Carpenter provides him that flexibility where he could play kind of a jack of all trades, similar to Marwin Gonzalez, can play multiple positions. He can play third base, he can play second base, he can play first base, can also play outfield a little bit for the Yankees. And he's a left-handed bat, something that the Yankees are a little short of now with losing Hicks, as well as not having Ben Rovette, who again originally was probably supposed to be the backup starter, but hasn't been healthy so far this season. Again, recovering from a left knee procedure, which is going to have him sidelined for at least another 6 or 7 weeks. So again, Carpenter gives the Yankees a left-handed bat, can play multiple positions, and a little veteran leadership. 36 years old, former 3-time All-Star. Last time was 2016. Now, physically, it seemed like he was shot, last year. Only hit 169 with the Cardinals with 3 home runs, but supposedly he revamped his swing, and he's been hitting much better. Again, Texas Rangers gave him another opportunity this season. Was in their minor league system where he hit 275 with 6 home runs. So again, maybe the revamped swing has been working for him, and supposedly he's been on the Yankees' radar for a while, which is like, a little scratch your head there. Now he is 36 years old. The Yankees overall, Cashman has been doing a good job keeping the average age of the team down a little bit. Again, about a decade or so ago, the Yankees always had the oldest roster in the league. More recently, the Yankees have been quite young. The only kind of quote-unquote old guy has been Donaldson this season at 36 years old, and now you bring in another 36-year-old. But again, I don't think this is any type of long-term solution. And no, and a lot of Yankee fans are also saying, hey, if Hicks is going to be out for a while, why not? Let's just bring in Brett Gardner, give him another shot. You're not going to bring in Brett Gardner, who's kind of, you have a certain dignity and respect for him. You don't bring a guy like that in here unless you plan on having him for the rest of the season. So that kind of just tells me that, they only going to probably only have Carpenter here for a couple of weeks. Kind of a scratch your back, scratch out back situation where, hey, look, if you do well here, another team is going to want to pick you up and give you a contract. Similarly, so with Cano and the Mets. The Mets cut Cano loose. Now Cano didn't really audition or play anywhere after that, but at least San Diego kind of swooped and said, hey, you know what, we'll give you a shot. So again, if Carpenter does well here, maybe hits a few home runs at Yankee Stadium, that as a left-handed hitter, maybe a team will give him another chance. So this is kind of a scratch your back, scratch out back situation. And also Brett Gardner, he's kind of limited in terms he can only play outfield. So he can only play maybe center field or left field for the Yankees. Yankees kind of have that covered already. But, Carpenter, the advantage Carpenter has over Brett Gardner is that Carpenter can play both the outfield and the infield. So he kind of has a leg up there on Brett Gardner. And again, you're not going to bring Gardner here for a few weeks and then dump him on the street where you don't really owe anything to Matt Carpenter. So you could bring him in here, and whether you want to cut him when some of these players come back or you want to designate for assignment, again, you don't owe him. He doesn't owe you. So you could dump him off the street. Like you could just dump him after you're done. You're not going to do that with Brett Gardner. Now, you might want to speculate. What does this mean? Is it Hicks hurt a little more than they're leading on? Is maybe DJ hurt a little bit more leading on? They think maybe at some point he's going to have to go on the IL with this wrist issue. Or perhaps it's someone that, Donaldson brewing. Now, Donaldson did put out a statement officially apologizing for his Jackie comments, to Tim Anderson, included an apology to the Robinson family as well. But, is it something where the Yankees will ticked off with him and then maybe, they're looking to cut him? I just don't think so. I mean, he's making about $23 million per season. Even if Minnesota's picking up a piece of that contract, that's a lot of money just to say someone, hey, stay home. Now the Yankees kind of did that with A-Rod back in 2016, but the reason there is that A-Rod was physically shot at that point. I don't think that's the case with Donaldson. Yeah, he's 36 years old, and yeah, the batting average isn't great, but who else these days in the majors is hitting great average wise? I mean, just look at Joey Gallo. And he is bopping some home runs, and physically he is good at third base. So I don't think it's a situation where they see physically shot. I just think I just think that with Carpenter, it's just a situation where, all right, got a couple plays down for about a week or so ago. Let's just bring him in here and to see how he does well. And if he does well, even if these players come back, you're probably going to end up cutting them anyway. So it's just a kind of a quick stopgap solution. Generally, you want to bring up maybe someone from the minors, a little, and give them a chance. But whatever reason, maybe they like Carpenter's versatility, so bring him in here. Now, Carpenter did have to shave his beard, has a mustache there, so I guess him and Nestor Cortez are kind of like brothers like there, and it seems like a lot of players like him. So it brings a little veteran leadership. Not that the Yankees really need it, but it doesn't hurt to have a veteran around. Just to add some input into the team, bring a little mojo, bring a little chemistry to the locker room. And so that's Carpenter. So, the Yankees, even a little shorthanded there, not only with position players, but, pitching staff as well. As we all know, Chad Green and Luis Hill done for the year with Tommy John surgery. You have Chapman on the IL with the Achilles issue. You have Loizaga on the IL with the shoulder inflammation. So even though the Yankees are shorthanded, keep rolling along here and got to take the first game down to Tampa 7-2. And so this hopefully you can keep it going. Again, we'll see what Carpenter has. He has a left-handed swing there, so maybe gets a couple of easy home runs at Yankee Stadium. So that's all I got for you. In Section 420 Talkin Yankees. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Get these little inserts throughout the season. Section 420 Talkin Yankees. So I'll just leave it here. And arrivederci and ciao, Bella.